Hey guys, today I'm going to break down the reasons why we may be seeing Dark and Darker return on June the 19th. I'll be playing some clips for you of some bigger names in the Dark and Darker community, along with some footage of the new gameplay video Iron Mace released. Now of course this is all speculation, but I think there's a decent argument here, and I'll show you why I think we may just be back in the dungeon in a couple days. So first, let's listen to Soma from the Darkest Hour podcast.
An interesting thing that So Bad Strange mentioned is that he has a new prediction for early access, or a playtest. He didn't necessarily say EA, he did say playtest 6. It could be a playtest. I think it'd be EA, personally. But who knows? What if it was a playtest, you know? I'd take a playtest again, why not? He said his new prediction, and I am inclined to agree somewhat, is that EA or a playtest will come on 6/19, June 19th, to compete with June's Steam Next Fest, which starts on June 19th.
So this is an interesting comment. If you don't know, this is an unofficial podcast, but it's good, and it has one of the biggest Dark and Darker streamers and YouTubers on it, in Jay Griffia, one of the best wizard players in the game. Go check him out. Let's now hear it from So Bad Strange himself.
But I actually think that because Dark and Darker came out with a demo version last October of 2022 for the Steam Next Fest, that they are now getting ready to either go into early access or release another playtest on June the 19th, which is the next Steam Fest.
Again, this is interesting, but anyone could say something like this. Why should we care? Well, you should care if you know who So Bad Strange is and his history with Dark and Darker and Iron Mace. He is also one of the biggest and oldest members in the Dark and Darker community. He has run cash prize tournaments in the previous playtests. Let's hear him for a second.
And I do have over 1,000 hours in Dark and Darker. I've played every playtest, including the internal.
So he was playing the game long before any of us had heard of it. He was in the internal playtest, no idea how he got into that, but he clearly has intimate access / communication with Iron Mace, or at least he did at one time. Also, if we look in the Discord, we see that he's the veteran adventurer role, and has been in the Discord since August 21st, 2022, very early on. So if anyone would have insider information on what Iron Mace is thinking and doing, it would be this guy. Okay, this is a nice theory so far, but let's make it a little better and listen to another comment by Soma as he is talking to Jay. For context, they are watching the new Iron Mace gameplay video when these comments are made.
And he's blurred out the kill feed on the top right on purpose too. Probably to protect what the layout is and to protect the names of the testers.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's my
I
guess.
would assume we're all devs,
Because
right?
I'm in there.
Not necessarily all devs. I would assume there's probably some community members that have signed an NDA that help with internal testing. Probably some of the senior wardens and wardens and shit.
Way.
Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, sure,
Absolutely.
So Soma thinks they would have top community members playing again in their internal playtests, even with the lawsuits going on. If that is true, well, we know So Bad Strange was already in the original internal playtest.
And I do have over 1,000 hours in Dark and Darker. I've played every playtest, including the internal.
It's fair to say if they do have community members testing with them, So Bad Strange is likely one of them. That would mean he's in direct communication with them, and perhaps they are sharing info on their plans for EA or a new playtest. Let's hear him say his prediction again in another way.
It's very likely that this playtest we will also get a torrent file, but what I'm calling is June the 19th. That way they can now compete with Steam Next Fest. Just imagine if it drops on June the 19th and everyone on Twitch and in the world is playing Dark and Darker via torrent instead of whatever Steam games they're showcasing at Next Fest.
So this could be a loophole way of Iron Mace communicating with us. Now for the counter argument, if you watch his video, you will notice that he does act like he has not seen the Iron Mace video, and like he is surprised by what is in it.
Alright, so you actually start inside a prison cell apparently if you get a bad spawn.
Now this could just be him acting, pretending not to know, or of course he could genuinely not know and not have played recently. Even if that is so, he still has close ties to Iron Mace and could be in communication with them. Who knows? I just thought this was an interesting point, and perhaps Soma even knows more than he's letting on. I'm not sure how well he knows So Bad Strange. And now let's talk about another argument for the 19th. It may sound crazy at first, but previously Iron Mace and Grayson have freaking used Spotify songs to communicate to us for when the last playtest was dropping, so this isn't that far out there. Look at SDF's name in the Iron Mace video. A little odd, isn't it? Why on earth is it so long? Why is he repeating his name so much? Well, if we count, there are 6 SDFs in his name, and in total, there are 19 characters. 6 and 19 make June the 19th. But wait, his name ends in a random D. What the heck? Well, this could stand for day or date. If he was just meaninglessly repeating his name, he would not end with a D. The next letter would be S, so this means he purposely put a D. Again, it may sound crazy, but Iron Mace is known for communicating to us using Discord react emojis and Spotify songs, so this is actually pretty sane by Iron Mace standards. Anyways, I hope to see you all in the dungeon in a couple days. I'll be streaming it whenever it does return, and I'm currently editing and releasing Dark and Darker gameplay videos daily, so it would be great if you subscribed. Thank you guys.
Please feel free to drop some comments and some dislikes, unfollow if you must.